Good morning. We are live. It is Thursday and it is 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. We are live here 5 days a week at this time, bringing just topics that are going to help you go out and be powerfully for the day. That's the intent of this show. I want you to wake up and get your mind right for the day. We're so accustomed to getting our bodies right, whether we're exercising, whether we're eating something to set our day right. But there's this holy trinity of health, and that's mind, body, and soul or spirit. And it is so often that we neglect the mind. And so here on Mindset in the Morning, we're getting our mind right for the morning, mind right for the day. We could call it mind right for the day, because that's exactly what we're doing. We are getting our mind tuned into things that happen around us, because there's so many things that are bobbing and weaving. And so we talk about the real things that are happening. And today we're talking about this whole week, we've been talking about getting in flow, what that feels like, when you're feeling resistance, what is that telling you? Yesterday, we talked some about the tribe, and our tribe is so incredibly important because that's who we hang out with. We get energy from them. And they say you're like the average of the 5 people that you hang out with the most, but we're going to get back to that. My name is Jen Sugarmeyer. I am your host of Mindset in the Morning. We are here live 5 days a week at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, but because it's YouTube, you can watch this whenever you'd like. And we are all about getting our mind right. And so that's why we get up every single day and just have a power 20 minutes, get our mindset. There's that. So if you've not yet liked or subscribed to the channel, please hit that button, because that helps us blow this algorithm up. And we want to be intentional about not just our lives, but starting a movement of intentionality. That's what this is all about. So, all right. So what does it feel like when we're with our tribe? Your tribe is what will be there for you when I don't want to say all else fails, but they're the ones that are going to be there to ask any questions, to answer anything, that they're going to be there when you need help the most. I look at some of my friends, and my one of my girlfriends comes to mind, and I needed some help with my house, and I was so frustrated, and she kept saying, "Jen, tell me when I can come over and I can help. When can I come over and help?" And I was so frustrated, I left, and she still came over even after I left, because I had moved out of my house. I was actually living in an apartment at the time, and I had to do some work outside of the house. And I was so frustrated. I had to go clip all these, bushes from the alleyway, and I didn't have the proper shears and scissors and all that. I literally was trying to do all of this with a pair of regular scissors, and it was just shrubbery that I had to cut. And I was so frustrated, and I was just full of stickers, and I was sweating and I was hot, and I just left. I was so frustrated. And even after I left, my friend still came over and she finished the job. That is your tribe. Those are the people. It's when your back is up against a wall and you don't know where to go. Your tribe, those are your people. Those are your people. And we talked about this week, when you're hanging out with people that it's not the right fit. And yeah, there may be some growth. You may be growing into a new company and you don't know the lingo yet. Or maybe, you're elevating your life. And so you're stretching your mind, and there's this new group of people. And because you are going through this growth period, that maybe it just doesn't quite, you're still settled. The dust is settling in your own life. And so you don't have that flow yet. You're not quite there. But when you are, I want us to focus today on what it feels like to be in flow with your tribe, with your friends, because when you know what it feels like, then you'll know when you get there. That's the intentionality. It's manifesting what is it that we want in our lives. It's getting real with ourselves about how it's going to feel, so that when it happens, you just know. You just know. You ever hear those people and they get in a relationship, like they meet each other for the first time, and now they've been married for 45 years. And you hear them, you're like, how did you two meet? Oh, well, we just met at the park and we just knew. You just knew. These love stories, these success love stories, and you get, oh, we just knew we were right for each other the first moment we met each other. And there's just something about however they were feeling in that moment that they saw their entire life with this other person. And that's what I want for you as you go out, and whether it's a job, whether it's your friends, whether it's your relationships, whatever it is in your life, I want you to have that same feeling of, well, I just knew. I just knew that this was the right fit. And you proceed with that. Because there's something about putting on, I think about Cinderella when she puts on the glass slipper and it just fit, like, that's it. And your tribe is so incredibly important. I mentioned the statistic that you are the average of the 5 people that you hang out with the most. Think about the 5 people. Would you say that you're an average of them? Would you say that's a good representation of who you want to be and where you want to be? And, just because you're comfortable around some people, are those necessarily the people that are uplifting you, that are, like minded? Or are you just comfortable because you've known them forever? I don't want you to put on an old shoe that feels good. I want you to put on a shoe that's like got the orthopedics in it, and it looks good and it feels good and it supports you and all the things that a shoe is designed to do. Not just one of those old ratty shoes and you're like, I've had these forever. They're falling apart. You could never wear them in public because they're gross. Like, that's not the kind of shoe that you want in your life. So think about this group of friends. When you're with them, when you are truly with your tribe, you lose track of time. You could go down rabbit holes talking about things. So here's an honest to goodness for me. Some of my rabbit holes that I go down, I talk about mindset. I could talk about mindset for hours. I love it. It makes me happy. I do. I lose track of time. Think about that time you've been on in our relationship, and you're like, wow, have we been talking? It's like 2 a.m. Or really? We've been talking for 3 hours. And that's how, when you are in flow with your people, time will fly. Time will fly. If you are around people in your life and it feels like, when is this going to end? Is this over yet? If you're feeling that resistance, then you're being communicated something. Again, you could be going through growth, or it might just not be the right fit. And I don't know which one that is for you, but think about the people that you are hanging out with. How are you feeling around them? Do you think, man, I could use some more of this? Or do you have those people in your life and you say, man, I like them, but only in small doses? Small doses. Is that your tribe? Are those like your people? Or are those just people maybe you hang out with a little bit? And there is a difference between your tribe and acquaintances. And I realized this was probably about 3 or 4 years ago. I had this realization that I was putting more into my friendships than they were giving back to me. That I would text people, hey, how's your week going? What's going on? This, that, and the other. And it was always me initiating these conversations. And I didn't feel good about that. I didn't feel like it was an equitable relationship. It felt like me putting in all the work. Now, they would always respond, but it wasn't them initiating. I'm like, why aren't they asking me? So when I thought about, what does a friendship feel like to me, that didn't hit the mark. But when I reorganized these people in my brain, because that's what I did, and I said, you know what? They're not actually a friend. These people are acquaintances. It felt so much better. So it's not eliminating these people. Legitimately, there may be people in your life that it is time to get rid of. It is time to get rid of these people. They weigh you down, they talk down to you. It's just you feel dissonance, that resistance that we talked about this week. You may have people that are undermining you, that gossip to you about you. I've had to eliminate people in my life, and that's okay. Sometimes you just get to a different point than these people, and that's all right. We're all on our own journey. You're no better, you're no less than anybody. You're just at a different point. And you have to be the one to assess for you what is best for you. I know that some of these people in my life were not the best fit. We grew apart. I was no longer willing to put up with some of this behavior and how they went out in public and the way they talked about people and the gossip and the way they drank and just all these things that it wasn't the right alignment for me. But I'm here if they go on their own journey and our paths cross again. Okay. Okay. I'm open to it. I don't hate these people. I just don't need that in my life. Maybe they could be acquaintances, maybe not. But as you grow through your life, I believe that people are in your life for a reason. And sometimes it's just a season, that they're there to teach you something. And sometimes people are there for life. And the ones that are there for life, I mean, those are some incredible friendships. And I have some of those, and they're amazing. They're amazing friends. And when we get together, we can talk about anything. We can just pick right back where we left off. We've been friends for 25 years, and it feels great. But even them, we've changed, and there's different kinds of conversations. So I lose track of time with those friends. But when I think about my tribe and maybe where I align with people in my own space of what we're doing, they're a different kind of tribe. They're not entrepreneurs. They have different lives. Are they into mindset and the things that really make me happy? Not necessarily. So when I get together with my old group of friends, it's different. We catch up with each other's lives, ask about the kids, we enjoy each other's company, but it's different. It's different than, boy, I'm going through something. And who would I talk to? May or may not be that group. So when you know you are with your tribe, one of the ways that you'll know is you've lost track of time. You aren't thinking about yourself. You're not. You're just in the moment. You're present. You're not concerned about what do they think about me? Is my hair okay? Do I look good? Are they going to like what I just said? Are they going to reject it? You aren't concerned about yourself. You are in flow with your life, whether it's those older friends, the newer friends, whatever. You aren't concerned with who are you. You just show up as yourself, unapologetically. This is me. If you like to wear certain clothing, you can just wear them around these people. If you talk a certain way, you just talk a certain way. You are authentically you when you are around your tribe. It just feels good. It is the right fit. You don't have other thoughts that are coming into your mind. You can be present with them. Again, it's not Oh, how do I look? How do I, come off to these people? Did what I say, is that smart enough? You aren't concerned about these things. So you aren't thinking about yourself and you aren't thinking about these extraneous things that are happening in the world. You can be right here, right here, right here with your tribe, all of them. It just fits. I think about myself last week on this boat that we know that I took, and it felt odd. And I was focused on myself some, and I'm not normally like that. So I still don't know, was that situation just not for me or was it growth? And I don't really know. Maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe it's I need to become more comfortable being in a boat with people that are, highly successful. That's an area of growth. And maybe these people truly aren't my people. I don't know. I don't know. But I need to try it again in order to figure out. So you may come around people and your first time hanging out with them, you're like, oh, kind of weird. Doesn't mean that they're not your people. Give it another try. Give it a third try. But at some point, you've got to make that assessment. Are you in flow with these people? Or do you constantly assess yourself? Are you consumed with extraneous thoughts? Are you thinking about all these other things? Are you worried about how you look, how you sound? These are things for you to become aware of. It's just effortless. When you're around your people, you're just you. You're in flow. You're relaxed. Everything we talked about on Monday of when you are in flow and what does it feel like. This is your tribe when it is effortless. It doesn't take work. You guys just talk, you be. It's not this massive going back and forth to try to figure out what it is that you all are doing. You guys just do. You know the things that make you happy and you go do them. You get together and you go to the restaurants that you like. It's not this big, long, arduous thing. So I want you to get clear on what your tribe looks like. And those 5 people that you hang out with the most, are they representative of who you believe that you are? And just because you are comfortable with people doesn't necessarily mean that they're the ones that you should be hanging out with the most. Again, I want you to wear the right shoe, but not that old ratty shoe. Now, if that old ratty shoe, if those truly are the 5 people that you want to say, yes, I'm the average of them. I've known them forever. They align with my mindset. They align with my vision. We build businesses together. We work together. Our kids, our friends, whatever it is. And you say, yes, I've known them forever. And they fulfill, that we align on mindset and everything that you're looking to be, then great. But if it's just these people that you've known forever, well, we've been friends since high school, so we still need to be friends. I mean, okay, but are you challenging yourself in the way? Are you supporting yourself in the way that you need? That's what I would ask you, to have that powerful question. Ask yourself, am I in the right spot? And when you know, I just want you to know, because you've thought through it. You've become intentional about what does your tribe look like for you. You've manifested what it feels like to just be around your people. And when you step up into that situation, you just know. You're not thinking about other things. You're not thinking about yourself. You're present in the moment. You can honestly say that, yes, the 5 people that you surround yourself by, you want to be the average of those people. That aligns with your vision for your life in who you are and how you show up. So think about that as you go out into the world today. Are you surrounded by the right people? And maybe are some of those friends that you have, are they just acquaintances? And now it's time to go find a new tribe, which you can do. I've done. I've made that concerted effort to go out and find a new tribe. Doesn't mean get rid of people, just means go find the people that you need to support you in your journey. Because when you find that shoe that fits, you get lost in time. All right. With that, tomorrow we are going to be talking the last one about getting in flow. That's going to be getting in flow with your life. We're just going to talk about that and manifest it. So have a wonderful day. If you've not hit that like, if you've not hit that subscribe, do so. And I will see you back here tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a beautiful day.